Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
The feds are now involved in the investigation into the mother who killed her 3 children before killing herself in Grand Forks.
Police say mental health is being investigated as contributing to the triple murder, then suicide.
Valley News Team's Ryan Laughlin tells why investigators are calling on the ATF to look into how Astra Volk obtained the gun.
It's obviously no amount of training can prepare officers and detectives to handle this kind of call.
Last Thursday, the body of Astra Volk and her 3 kids were found in their home.
Hopefully it's a once in a career type of call to respond to.
Police say Volk was the shooter, and as they continue to piece together a motive, they're calling on the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives to determine how the handgun found inside the home got there.
Working with them to determine if, based upon her mental health past, if she was prohibited from possessing a gun.
The ATF says it's possible criminal charges could come depending on what they find.
Somebody who is not allowed to possess a firearm had that. Those are all prosecutable charges.
According to her family, Volk had struggled with mental health problems since she was a teenager. To purchase a gun in North Dakota, one of the questions on the ATF form asks if you've ever been committed to a mental health institution or declared mentally defective. It's a federal offense to lie on the form. We asked ATF how often they catch people lying.
It happens every once in a while.
Last February, the Trump administration blocked an Obama-era regulation that would have barred people using their Social Security money for mental health treatment from buying guns. We know Volk was under financial stress. A civil suit to pay medical bills was garnishing her wages. ATF will use the serial number to track the handgun, but it could take days or weeks as investigators still try to piece together what happened here. From Grand Forks, Ryan Laughlin, Valley News Live.
The ATF says once they track down the gun's history, they turn those findings over to local police. Then it will be the Grand Forks Police Department's call on releasing that information or not.
A memorial continues to grow outside the home where that murder-suicide took place last week in Grand Forks. People are dropping off stuffed animals, balloons, and kind messages. Investigators, as we mentioned, say 3 kids were murdered by their mother, Astra Volk, before she took her own life. A funeral has been scheduled for the 3 children. It'll be held at 3 p.m. Friday at Hope Covenant Church in Grand Forks. That's the place where the kids had Bible study. Visitation is 1 hour prior to the service. Funeral arrangements for Astra Volk are being made separate from the children.
Not a bad thing to cool down, certainly a drop in temps compared to yesterday. And the rain replaces the sunshine. Robert, any worries with that rain that's coming tonight?
Could see 1 or 2 strong storms across parts of the Southern Valley. Already seeing some thunder making their way through parts of Richland and Wilkin County, but it's fall-like across northern Minnesota. 40s for Roseau and Badette, 50s, 60s, and 70s for the rest of the region, near 80 down in the Sisseton area. Winds variable out of the southeast, east, north. They all become northerly late tomorrow, ushering in some cooler air. Low pressure pinwheeling its way through eastern South Dakota, and that is sparking off the thunderstorms to our south. Steadier rain across northern portions of Minnesota, but there are those storms lining up from just east of I-29 and pushing off towards the east and the northeast. The only severe storm down in Day County in South Dakota. There are those storms making their way out of Richland County into Wilkin County, even southern Clay County getting in on the act as the storm approaching the Barnesville area. Here in Fargo, a chance for some sprinkles, maybe a light shower as we head through this evening, and maybe a rumble or 2 of thunder before things wind down later on tonight with temperatures steady to slowly falling. We've got Mom's Day right around the corner, and we've got rain in the area right now. How's it going to look for Mom as we head through your Saturday and Sunday? We'll let you know in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Robert.
Police in Jamestown are asking for help tracking down a person involved in a police chase last night. 31-year-old Amanda Levy is being sought for questioning regarding the pursuit, which began after 10 o'clock in southeast Jamestown. It lasted just 10 minutes, ending with the vehicle last being seen eastbound on I-94. Police originally tried to stop the car because Levy is wanted on outstanding warrants. Anyone with information regarding her whereabouts should contact the Jamestown Police Department at 701-252-1000.
You may have gotten caught up in a logjam of traffic during the morning commute today, and that was likely due to this crash along I-94. 46-year-old Stephanie Bengtson of Moorhead was heading west when she slowed down with traffic. That's when a tow truck driven by 24-year-old Nathan Ron of Gray Eagle, Minnesota, rear-ended her. The crash caused major backups along the interstate while crews cleared the scene. Both drivers had minor injuries. Ron was cited for following too closely.
A high-risk sex offender is moving to a different location in Bemidji, Minnesota. 28-year-old Tadashi David Anderson now lives in the 600 block of 4th Street Northwest in Bemidji. Anderson was convicted of having sex with a teenage girl multiple times, having sexual contact with young boys, and viewing child porn. High-risk or level 3 offenders are most likely to recommit a disturbing crime.
North Dakotans can no longer wait for proper health insurance. That's coming from the state's insurance commissioner. John Gottfried has said for months that he wanted federal legislation to fix flaws in the Affordable Care Act. A provision in the act allows a state some flexibility to change how health insurance is offered while staying compliant. A review of the system comes after many states, including North Dakota, have had premiums continually increase under the Affordable Care Act. The department is looking to expand the high-risk pool and finding ways to get new people into the market, like adjusting premiums based on lifestyle.
And they would be able to lower your premium based on your lifestyle choices, based on some other factors that they'll develop or that we can develop. You know, it's an opportunity to incentivize that healthy behavior, which is really what we're missing in our health insurance marketplace right now.
The review is expected to be finished in September and presented to the legislature before the 2019 session.
The Minnesota Senate has passed bills loosening regulations for daycares amid concerns that state licensing rules are driving child care providers out of business and worsening a shortage that's most acute in rural areas. Lawmakers have expressed alarm about a growing number of daycare providers who've closed or left the profession, decrying low pay, burnout, and frustrations over steep regulations that they say has made the jobs difficult. The Senate overwhelmingly approved 3 measures that supporters say will help by relaxing a number of regulations. The number of family child care providers statewide dropped from nearly 11,000 in 2011 to about 9,000 in 2016, according to the Department of Human Services.
One sandwich shop is asking you to grab a sub and help make a difference in a child's life. Today, Herbert and Gerbert's will donate $1 from every sub sold to the Children's Miracle Network. This is the 11th year of the Great Sub Support event, with more than $23,000 raised since 2008. Overnight, 51 families had children getting treatment from the Children's Hospital and support from CMN. The Herbert and Gerbert's shops in Fargo, Moorhead, Bismarck, and Grand Forks are all taking part in the event until the close of business tonight.
A great plan. Later on Valley News Live at 6, after some rugs disappear from a laundromat dryer, a frustrated owner gets to confront the person who allegedly took them.
Up next, residents north of Detroit Lakes are not digging the plans for a gravel pit nearby.